great work by our people to keep that going for 12 straight years. This budget reflects the values that guide our work as a board: fiscal responsibility, strategic investment, and a deep respect for the people who pay the bills, our constituents. We made this a priority to protect last year's tax rate cut, maintain our 12-year debt-free record, and continue investing in services and infrastructure that matter most, from the senior center expansion to career and technical education and support for our first responders. We managed to do all those things while remaining debt-free and keeping the tax rate frozen in 2026. Just as importantly, we've continued to strengthen our partnerships with municipalities, ensuring that we're working together to deliver results for residents across all 26 of our municipalities. I want to take a moment to specifically thank Commissioner Van Doren and Commissioner Rich for all their work as budget co-liaisons. This is a lot of extra work, and it's a lot of extra work that we wind up taking on for the benefit of the members of the board who are not on the budget committee. And so we are grateful for all that you have done to help deliver this document along with our staff. Their leadership, their attention to detail, and their commitment throughout this process have been instrumental in helping us deliver a budget that not only meets our financial goals, but also achieves the priorities we outlined in the beginning of the year with the reorganization. I also want to thank our county staff. You can never thank them enough, along with the department leaders for all of their hard work and their dedication in putting this budget together. In the end, this budget is about keeping Hunterdon County affordable while continuing to move forward. It proves that government can live within its means and still deliver high-quality services to all of the people that we serve. Thank you. With that, do I have a motion to introduce the budget and to set the date for the public hearing before adoption? So moved. Moved by Mr. Van Doren, seconded by Mr. Rich? Second. All right. Roll call, please.
Mr. Van Doren?
Yes.
Mr. Rich?
Yes.
Mr. Poole?
Yes.
Ms. Olive?
Yes.
Mr. Hunterdon?
Yes.
What's the date for the hearing?
It's going to be May 19th.
All right, so May 19th is the date for the public hearing and adoption of the budget. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Good job.
To the budget co-liaisons, Commissioner Van Doren and Commissioner Rich. I've done this many times. It's a lot of extra work, and the work that they put in has proven fruitful. They, along with the county staff members who contributed to the development of this budget, some of them I see here, and we thank you for what you put together. This is a budget that we can all be very proud of. It preserves last year's tax rate cut and extends our debt-free streak to 12 consecutive years. An achievement that reflects disciplined financial management and a long-term commitment to the fiscal health of our taxpayers. At a time when affordability remains front and center for so many families, this budget delivers. It reflects that we are listening, that we understand the pressures facing our residents, and that we are protecting their bottom line while continuing to provide high-quality services.
In accordance with NJSA 40A4-5, this evening's approval of the budget shall constitute a first reading by title and requires the Board of Commissioners to schedule a public hearing. I'd like to say a brief thank you to the entire Board of Commissioners, and specifically to Commissioners Rich and Van Doren, who are on the Budget Committee. Their dedicated and very valuable time to the Budget Committee is not overlooked and greatly appreciated. I would also like to thank my staff, especially Mike Mancini, the Deputy CFO, for his dedication to getting this budget to the finish line. And I would also like to thank the executive team and department and division heads who helped bring this budget together. They will be the true drivers of its success for the remaining 8 months. The revenues and appropriations for the 2026 county budget are $132,395,215. The 2026 county tax rate is to remain the same as 2025's rate of 30.06 cents per $100 of assessed value. The total amount to be raised by taxation for 2026 is $96,398,896.66. The 2026 budget includes fund balance as revenue in the amount of $25,800,000. And the 2026 capital budget includes a little bit less than $31.5 million for capital expenditures. This amount is an increase from the 2025 capital, Our strategy is to keep the county in a strong position going into some of our larger capital projects, both this year and in the near future. And we continue our commitment to fund our capital programs on a pay-as-you-go basis. There is no debt service budgeted in the 2026 county budget, as we currently have zero debt at this time. This is the 12th consecutive county budget where no debt service is budgeted.
Thank you for that overview, Mr. Bernath. And before we introduce the budget and set the date for the public hearing, as is customary, I know my colleagues have some remarks. So why don't we start with the senior member of our budget committee, Mr. Van Doren, Commissioner Van Doren.
Thank you, Director. This year's budget reflects the goals that you outlined at the beginning of the year and follows a disciplined line-by-line review of every dollar to ensure that we are delivering the maximum value to our taxpayers and doing our part to ease your tax burden and cost of living. Last year, the members of this board committed to cut the tax rate. For the second consecutive year, and in fiscal year 2026, excuse me, we are proud to protect that cut and hold the county tax rate to the lowest level since 2014. This is a major achievement, and it didn't happen by chance. It required a careful balancing of priorities, a relentless focus on efficiency, and a continued commitment to pursuing outside funding wherever possible to offset any costs. At the same time, we are making meaningful investments that reflect the needs of our community. That includes a $3.8 million toward the renovation and expansion of the county senior center, supported by federal funding, and $500,000 to establish a new grant program for our local fire and EMS agencies, ensuring our first responders have the resources they need. We are also making a record investment in the Hunterdon County Vocational School District, recognizing that preparing our workforce for the future is critical to long-term success. This budget is about doing more with less, maintaining strong services while keeping costs in check. While we can't control what happens in Trenton or in Washington, D.C., we can do our part here in Hunterdon County to keep costs down and your tax burden stable. And with that focus on workforce development, I'll turn it over to my colleague, Commissioner Rich.
Thank you, Sean, and I just want to thank everybody for letting me be on the board, and Andrew, it's been a real pleasure to work with you, all these years. Thank you, Director. As mentioned, one of the key priorities in this year's budget is investing in our future workforce. The Commissioner Board is making a record investment in career and technical education, including support for a new advanced manufacturing program that will help position Hunterdon County at the forefront of a rapidly evolving economy. These programs are about more than education. They're about creating pathways to high-quality careers and ensuring that our students are prepared to meet the needs of today's employers, as Commissioner Poole mentioned with his report. By aligning education with workforce demand, we are strengthening our local economy and creating opportunities that benefit both residents and businesses. At the same time, these investments are being made while maintaining our strong fiscal position, something that continues to set Hunterdon County apart. And that commitment to fiscal responsibility and affordability is something that each of us takes seriously. Thank you, Director.
Thank you, Commissioner Rich. Commissioner Soloway, you got something for us?
I do, thank you, Director, for the 12th consecutive year, let me repeat that, that's 12 years, Hunterdon County remains debt-free, and that is something every resident should take pride in. At a time when families are facing rising costs across the board, this budget sends a clear message. We are holding the line on taxes and putting taxpayers first. We are delivering a meaningful investment in infrastructure, public safety, and community services without asking more for the residents. That balance is not easy to achieve, but is exactly what responsible government requires. This budget demonstrates that fiscal discipline and strong service delivery can go hand in hand, and that we can continue to meet the needs of our community while remaining affordable. It's also the result of strong collaboration, not just within our board, but with our municipalities as well. And that spirit of collaboration is reflected in the continued success of the era of the continued partnership with Deputy Director Poole, who has played a key role in advancing that. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Soloway. Deputy Director?
Thank you, Director, and thank you, Commissioner Solomon, for the compliment. The New Era partnership continues to be the cornerstone of how we approach this budget. By working closely with our municipalities, we have been able to deliver more than $4 million in direct grants for local projects ranging from infrastructure improvements to public safety enhancements. These partnerships are about helping towns manage costs while improving the quality of life of residents across Hunterdon County. This year, we're building on the success of the creation of the new First Responder Grant Program, which will provide direct support to local fire and EMS agencies. It's another example of how collaboration allows us to stretch taxpayers' dollars further and deliver real, tangible results. This approach is strong partnerships combined with physical discipline have helped position Hunterdon County for continued success.
2026 budget for the county's Division of Social Services, also referred to as the County Welfare Agency. For 2026, the total budget as presented and certified totals approved by the state are $3,900,845. Of that total budget amount, the county is funding $1,370,603. And so the county's responsibility is about 1/3 of the total budget. State and federal funding cover the remaining 2/3 of the budget. And the county's portion of the Division of Social Services budget is captured on pages 6 and 16 in the county's budget document.
Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Van Dorn, do I have a second?